Good night, and welcome to another live, as in Track Alerts Live. And tonight we're just basically recapping the Jamaica Trials, day one. As you know, it's day one of the Jamaica Trials, and we're just looking back on some results. And as you would have seen, the results on your screen is from the women's 100 meters. And Shericka Jackson, the fastest qualifier so far. So Shericka Jackson, the fastest qualifier so far, as you're seeing there on your screen. .11.20 Tia Clayton, 11.21 Tina Clayton, 11.27 Jodine Williams, 11.31 Shelly and Fraser Price, 11.33 Ashanti Moore, 11.36. But before those, you have Janelle Smith, 11.28, and you also have Crystal Slowly with 11.30. Brianna Williams, 11.37. Carletta Bernard, 11.47. Shanice Walker, 11.50. And Serena Cole, 11.52. Alana Reed, 11.42. Natasha Morrison, 11.45. Kemba Nelson, 11.48. Lavanya Williams, 11.61. Shania Douglas also qualified with 11.67. And Kashika Cameron, 11.69. Danielle Williams also qualified. As you know, Danielle Williams is the defending champion in the 100-meter hurdles at the World Championships. She is also in that semi-final round. So it will be three semifinals. So you know, normally when they have three semifinals is the top two from each round that will make it. Let's look on the men's event now. You know, action is still going on at the National Stadium because there's action in the men's 400 final track event of the evening that is going on. Delano Kennedy is in the race now on track. Men's 100 meters. Bryan Levell, 999. The only one from the heats to run sub 10. Ackeem Blake, 11.0. Ackeem Blake, 10.07. Kishane Thompson, 10.12. Oblique Seville, 10.12. Sandra Davison, 10.12. Bawaji and Kumi, 10.14. Those are your top qualifiers. You know, Garden, Watson, Tracy, Golson, Ford, Taylor, and this is Christopher Taylor, McPherson, Bent, Blake, Johan Blake, 10.24, also qualify. Smith, Campbell just misses out in that one there. Women's 400-meter hurdles. Anjanette Knight lead the qualifiers. I don't know why this one is like this though. because 8 advanced top 3 from each heat plus the next 2 best. And we're only seeing where 8 people face a starter. Eight people face a starter. Yeah. So I don't know what had happened there. So Anjanette Knight, 54.63. Rochelle Clayton, who won bronze medal in this event at the World Championships twice. Drop your comment in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about today's performance. Was there any surprises for you? Were there any upset? Tell us, what do you think? You can also call us, WhatsApp, or straight on the number on your screen if you want to share your opinion. Put your question, put your thoughts, put your opinion in the chat. Let us hear from you. And of course, stay connected with the latest in track and field. Subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for updates, and don't forget to like and share. Join the community today. Don't miss out. Subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification, like, share. You want to stay up to date with the latest in track and field news. And as usual, we welcome our viewers. We welcome you from wherever you are. I don't know where you're watching from. Type in the chat and tell us where you're watching from. Let us give you a shout out. You're always here with us. All in the game. Haven't seen him in a long time. But tell us where you're chatting from. Put where you're watching from in the comment section below. We're just recapping day 1 of the Jamaica Trials or Jamaica Championship. Rochelle Clayton, as I said, was second, or the second fastest, 55.77. Cheyenne Salmon, 55.90. Shanice Walker, 56.39. Is this a surprise? Genevieve Russell, 1 minute 66. Yannick Hay Smith, she's representing the Turks and Caicos Islands. Gabriel White, 59.39. But Genevieve Russell must have maybe hit a hurdle or something, because 1 minute, that's not the Genevieve Russell we know. Cameron Oliver, welcome. Tuning in from the United States of America. Glad to have you, Cameron. What do you think about the performances today of the Jamaican athletes? Share your thoughts with us. Men's 400-meter hurdles. There you have it. Wilson, 49.27 qualified. Rashawn Clark, 49.99. Malik James King will also be there, along with Tyrese Hyman. They had the girls discuss under 20 today also. That's a result on your screen. Morris of Edwin Allen, 50.09. Your winner. Women's high jump, that was on today as well. Lamara Destin clearing 1.86 meters. She, of course, will represent Jamaica at the Tokyo 2025 World Championships. The prelim of the boys 100 under 18. Collins of Homewood is the fastest with 10.46. Under 20 boys, Powell, the fastest, 10.52. And we spoke about this one already where Sharika Jackson lead the qualifiers. Spoke about the men where Bryan Levell, the only sub-10 man from the heats. But then all the big guns, or all the big names, all that were expected to qualify in the men's 100 have advanced. And they will have, men's 100 will have 2 semifinals, unlike the ladies that will have 3. So when there are 2 semifinals, it's the top 4 that will advance. And let us look to see the semifinal draw for the men's 100. That will be on tomorrow. Men's 100 semifinals here on your screen now. In Heat 1, Smith, Taylor, Watson, Davison, Seville, Levell, Tracy, McPherson. Which 4 do you think will make it from that semifinal? The trials is live on One Spot Media. It's also on TVJ SN. But One Spot Media, if you are not in Jamaica, you'll have to tune in, subscribe to One Spot Media. So we're discussing Heat 1 of the men's 100. Who will it be? Which 4 will advance? Let us talk about that first. Which 4 will advance to the finals? You want to think Oblique Seville and Levell. Those 2 will be in the final for sure, barring any mishaps. Which other 2 do you think will join Seville and Levell in the men's 100-meter final? The start list is right there on your screen. Let me know in the comment section who will join Levell and Seville in the final. And I'm assuming that those 2 will be in the final. Those 2 will make it to the final. Let us take a look now at Heat 2. Heat 2. There you have it. Johan Blake. Can he cross it? Ford, Gordon, Nkrumah, Thompson, Blake. This one is Ackeem, Golson, and Bent. Who will it be? So let's say Thompson and Ackeem Blake will be the 2 leading contenders. Angie Smith is telling us that Watson will be one of those making it to the final from Heat 1. Do you agree with Angie that Watson will be one of those persons making it? So we are looking on the Heat 2 or the semifinal round for the men's 100. at the Jamaica Championships or the Jamaica Trials. This will be on Friday night at the National Stadium in Kingston. So Johan Blake, can he make it? Ford, Garden, and Crewme, Thompson, Ackeem Blake, Golson, and Bent. Which four from this section do you think will make it? Let us look on the women's 100 semifinals. As I said, I think it's going to be 3, and it is 3. So, in semifinal 1 of the women's 100, Berger, Cameron, Cole, Smith, Moore, Jackson, Reed, and Williams. Danielle Williams, the world champion, world 100-meter hurdles champion. Can she get into a final? A big 100-meter final at the Jamaica Championship. So let's look on it again. Jackson should be there for sure. Who will join Jackson? Which other one will join Jackson as the top, as the next automatic qualifier? Because two automatic qualifiers will come from this semifinal 1. So we pick Jackson. Who will join Jackson? Will it be Berger, Cameron, Cole, Smith, Moore, Reed, or Williams? That's semifinal 1. Let's look on semifinal 2. Baker, Douglas, Walker, Slowly, Fraser Price, Clayton, that's Tia Clayton, Morrison, Palmer. And again, I'm thinking, which 2 will it be from here? And based on form, you'd have to go with Tia Clayton. And you'd have to go, or you'd want to go with Shelley and Fraser Price. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Which 2 do you think will be the automatic qualifiers from this women's semifinal number 2? And Angie is saying Alana Reed, and Alana Reed was in heat 1. So Angie is saying Alana Reed will join Sherika Jackson in the semifinal. We're getting here 2 from Cadian that Smith, Janelle Smith, will join Jackson. So Alana Reed and Janelle Smith are the 2 we are getting that are likely to join Jackson. And two automatic qualifiers will come from this, but there's also going to be the 2 fastest non-automatic qualifiers. So there's still a chance for 3 persons or even 4 from any one of the semifinals. All in the game. Welcome, man. Welcome, All in the Game. Haven't seen All in the Game in a long time. And Tia and Shelly are in semifinal 2. That's coming from All in the Game. And Angie also agrees that it's going to be Price and Tia. Cadian also agreed that it's going to be Tia and Shelly. Charles also agreed that it's going to be Shelly and Tia. And I thanks very much for your comments. You know, sorry to say, but Serena Cole looks a little heavy. Her conditioning needs to be more professional. That's coming from All in the Game. So we're looking back on today's action from the Jamaica Championships, or the Jamaica Trials, as many call it. General Smith looks good from Damaine Dixon. Glad to know that. Let us look on Heat 3, or semifinal 3. 3 have Williams, Bernard, Williams, Clayton, Nelson, James. Williams. So this one is 4 Williams. So you have Shamara Williams, Lavanya Williams, Brianna Williams, Jodine Williams. Oh. There was a time, there was a cricket match in St. Elizabeth that had 11 Powell on one team. 11 Powell on one team. This is one heat, or one semifinal 3. And we'll have 4 Williamses. Who will it be from semifinal 3? Based on form, Tina Clayton will be there. Brianna Williams should be there. What about Kemba Nelson? It's nice to see Alexis James with 1169 coming from the Heat. Yeah. So Jodine and Tina all in the game is saying. And Angie is saying Tina and Brianna. Who will it be? That is the lineup for the women's 100 meters semifinal. Let's take a quick look on today's day 1, where the women's 400. And this is the women's 400 results from today. No surprise, your fastest qualifier, Nikisha Price. Stacey Ann Williams. Hurdles mechanic, 51.13. And Dejanay Oakley, 51.30. Shanika Foot, 52.38. And Leah Anderson, 51.58. There's also another 51.58 from Ranisha McGregor, 51.68. Joanna Reed, 52.02. This one is shaping up to be, and then here again you have some more Williamses, as in Stacey Ann Williams and Shanku Williams, formerly of St. Elizabeth Technical. Both sisters went to St. Elizabeth Technical. Shanku is now at Clemson University. And they are in the semifinals of the women's 400 meters. Can Oakley upstage Price? What do you think? Can Oakley upstage Price? All in the game is saying, looking back on the 100, Brianna will get in one of those non-automatic qualifying spots. You know. Again, the Tina and Brianna seems to be taking most of our, predicted to be those coming out on top. Clear top 3, Price, Oakley, Stacey and William. Candice looks well off pace. So it's a Jamaica Trials. Athletes fighting to compete to represent Jamaica at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo this year. Men's 400 meters. Men's 400 seems to be very disappointing over the years. Hoping we can get back to that. Fastest qualifier. Guess who? All in the game. What do you think? Fastest qualifier. Rasheen McDonald, 45.40. Sean Bailey, 45.80. Delano Kennedy, 45.95. And it's really, really good to see Delano Kennedy now stepping into the big league. You know, really nice. All in the game is saying, no, not sold on Brianna. Jodine looked better to me. And objectivity agrees with all in the game. The 400 meter is shaping up nicely, but I have Price, Williams, and Oakley. You know, Rasheen will somehow make the team. Wow. So you do, all in the game don't have that much confidence. You know. So Rasheen will make the team, but you have him dropping out at the first round. You know. Remember, I think the qualifying time for the 400 for the World Championships is 44.80. And maybe only 2 Jamaicans have gotten to that mark so far. Zandrian Barnes, 46.12. Antonio Watson is the defending world champion. He ran 46.22, running himself back into form. Kemar Farkas in 45.82. Will there be any surprise? Can we find 3 people from this 400 meters lineup go sub 44.8? That's the magic mark to get to the World Championships. Is not only to win the Jamaica Trials, but also to get to the World Championships. That is the magic mark. Men's 400 shaping up to be a good one. You know, but let's quickly look at what we have tomorrow, because we're running out of time. Just a couple of minutes to go, but let's look at what we have tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have we'll have girls 400 will be on tomorrow. Boys shot put, boys long jump, girls 1500, boys 1500, women's 1500, men's 1500, men's high jump. And of course, the men's high jump, as you see there, will have Richards and Wilson and Romain Beckford. And as I said before, this is the women's semi-final lineup. 2 heats. That's what they are looking like. There you have it. Who will it be? Let's look at the men's 400 meters lineup. Not available yet. Women's discus. That will also be on tomorrow. Samantha Hall is the one to beat. You know, we spoke about the women's semifinals. 100-meter semifinals. You have already given your prediction. So tomorrow, and of course, the finals of the 100 will close the show tomorrow at the National Stadium. So no real upset today, I must say. No real upset. Maybe the biggest news of the day. I'm not sure if this is such a big news. We all know what Bryan Levell can do. So again, I must thank you all for joining Track Alerts Live once again. And all in the game is saying only one Jamaican has run 44 this season. Only Bovell has run sub 44.8. Thank you very much for your update. All in the game. We're hoping to invite all in the game on our show one of these nights when we have our whether we're doing a review or a preview show. Thank you, Angie. All in the game. We need to invite you on the show, on the set one of these nights. Tomorrow, all the best to all the athletes, all the best to everyone, for real. Looking forward to those 100 meters final. Who will cross it? Who will get left out? But let's hope that we will have a good night. A good night of track and field. I've heard talks that the stadium parking lot will be hosting a big party tomorrow night. And at least one of our senior coaches have voiced his concern as to how it may affect the athletes. The original BI Strong, all the best. All the best to the starters. All the best starters are in the men's second semifinal. And Latoya is saying, Sharika didn't convince me. Again, thank you very, very much for joining. That was the end of our review show. We're looking forward to another day of track and field tomorrow from the National Stadium in Kingston. I hope you join us again tomorrow as we do another review show. Thank you very much for your participation. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you again tomorrow when I do hope you'll return to join us same time, same place. Thank you and have a very